I'm here with Graham Smith, and you are running for?
I'm running for the Board of Supervisors in San Bernardino County's 3rd District, where we are right here.
And election day is Tuesday.
Is Tuesday, but you can vote anytime between now and then.
Okay.
So you should have your vote by mail ballot in the mail if you've registered to vote. If you haven't registered to vote, you can actually do it same day at the polling place.
Okay.
So it's not too late.
So we got a ton of viewer questions for you. So how do you plan? Question number one. In terms of housing, how will you address the affordability and availability of both the permanent residents and the second homeowners here?
Okay, so many things to talk about on this topic because this touches so many different aspects of life policy, both in the mountains and out of the mountains.
Right.
We've been talking a lot about STRs. And one thing I'm a real proponent of is keeping all the revenue that's generated by STRs in the communities that generate them. Right now, the county is spending $3 million on a set of consultants to write a report to figure out whether we should do that. My firm view is we should just do it. We don't need to spend the $3 million, but actually take a view and do something. So let's start reinvesting money back into our local communities here. So this also goes to things like fire insurance and the fact that people's fire insurance is now double, triple, quadruple what it used to be. Mm-hmm. That's pushing people out of their houses. That's having an impact on housing affordability here. Mm-hmm. We need to talk about short-term rentals when we talk about all this, because I've spent a lot of time talking about short-term rentals in the district.
Right.
The county spent months, and I don't know what the figure is, but probably hundreds of thousands of dollars putting together a report to figure out do short-term rentals have an impact on the availability of long-term rental housing. Their conclusion was, no, it probably doesn't, but I think we all know from anecdotal evidence and from talking to residents in Big Bear and Lake Arrowhead in the desert communities that's absolutely not the case.
Right.
So we need to think about ways to reduce this crazy impact we're having from fire insurance. Mm-hmm. Come up with a sustainable solution for STRs, and then more broadly, we need to make sure that we have the funding available to support more developments in affordable housing, both in the mountain areas and across the district. So this comes back to my big picture resource allocation. Let's stop the waste over here and then spend the money on things mm-hmm. that actually make a difference. And then the other point here is we need to make sure that the money we're spending is actually having a positive impact.
Right.
So for instance, San Bernardino County about a year ago allocated $70-something million for homelessness and affordable housing, mm-hmm. started spending money, and homelessness continued to increase. Yeah. And it was only recently that they set up a subcommittee to start understanding the root causes of homelessness. So for me, it's not just throwing money at a problem. We've mm-hmm. seen this county do that a lot, and it does not always work.
So it seems like a lot of times politicians just throw money at surveys, and then they can say they did their job.
That is something I'm so frustrated with. Well, surveys or consultants. So you might not know another thing the county is doing. The county is spending almost $3 million on consultants to figure out if we should be reinvesting the revenue generated from short-term rentals back into the local economies that generate that STR revenue. I've been saying this entire campaign, we should just do this. We shouldn't spend the $3 million to figure out whether we should or not.
Yeah, and I love that they bring these people in from Seattle, Portland, Northern California, San Francisco. You're like, could you ever find anybody qualified who has some background in mountain life, or this area? Because obviously needs are different from community.
Exactly. Well, either that or go talk to someone in a neighboring county who might have figured this problem out for their county, and maybe don't copy what they do, but take what they've done as inspiration and say,
or hey, copy what they did.
If it works, right? But maybe we don't need to spend $3 million for a report to tell us what we need to do.
Right.
Like take some initiative and take a stand.